Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name's Louie. I hope that you're having yourself a fantastic day today. I've heard a lot of rumors going around about this new print run of Japanese WTR unlimited booster boxes from Flesh and Blood. I wanted to do my own experiment. You guys know I do the market updates where I take a look at what the value of the box is and what on average you would get for pull rates and all that kind of stuff. And all those data is taken from way back like a year and a half ago when we had the first print run of WTR in the Belgium print run of WTR. But now we have this new print run, and I'm hearing a lot of people say it's really spiky. There's boxes that have a bunch of legendaries, and I'm hearing people say that they get no legendaries. I'm hearing people say that the heart is more pulled. So I wanted to do an experimentation for myself. So I opened up 12 cases. Me and my buddy Robbie opened up 12 cases of WTR Unlimited last night. We finished up about 2 a.m. Actually, this is the third time I've recorded this video because I actually counted the number of cases wrong. But it was 12. Anyway, it's 12 cases. That's officially what it was. And so I wanted to tell you what I pulled in 12 cases. So in 12 cases, I was able to pull not one, not two, not three, but 4 eyes. So 12 cases is 48 boxes. And in the past, we've all kind of considered the Heart of Fandel to be 1 in 40 boxes. You could call this an anomaly if you want. I know it would be better if we opened up, 200 cases. That's not an ability for me, but we opened up 12, and this is the pull race that we got. We did have some very spiky cases for the legendary. One of the things I usually try to say is you get about 1 legendary per case. That's been kind of publicly accepted. And it's very interesting to see that that's not actually true. This is what we actually pulled from these cases, from these 12 cases. Multiple of them have had no legendaries. In 12 cases, we pulled, I think it was 6 cases. No, it couldn't be 6 cases. I think 6 cases had no legendaries. 1 had 3 masks. 1 had 2 tunics and 1 mask. 1 had 2 tectonic platings. 1 had a tunic and a heart. 1 had a scab skin, and 1 had a tectonic, and then the other 3 had hearts, right? So we did have 1 case that had 3 mask of momentums. We had 1 case that had 2 tunics and a mask. We had 1 case that just had the tunic and a heart, and then we had a case that had a scab skin, a case that had 1 tectonic plating. We had a case that had 2 tectonic platings, and then we had 3 cases that had hearts. So super interesting to see. You're not guaranteed a legendary per case. There's cases that don't have any legendaries. We did open a few cases that didn't have a legendary and didn't have a heart. It was very interesting to see the spread of that. One of the cases that didn't have a legendary and didn't have a heart had 2 foil E-strikes, which was kind of crazy. So I wanted to just share with you the total print run of everything of what we pulled. You can see here, we pulled 4 Heart of Fandel. We got 1 Scab Skin. Alpha Rampage, we got 9. We've got Blood Rush Bellow, we got 11. You can see all the pull. So we got 128 total Majestics. So 128 divided by 48 boxes. So we got an average of 2.6 Majestics per box, sorry. So super interesting. We got 5 foil sink belows, 104 regular sink belows, and this is what's interesting to me. The pull rates are definitely different than what they were. It's definitely easier to pull hearts. It's definitely different. It's spikier than they used to be. It's definitely different. So this is the math. If boxes are $67 per box right now, and if you were to buy 48 boxes, your cost would be $3,200. The EV per box in my boxes, just including just these cards, right? You can take a screenshot and look at exactly what was pulled and whatever. But just including these cards, 15 Enlightened Strikes, 2 foil Enlightened Strikes. And some of these prices all these prices are from last week. I did not do a market update on WTR this week. So these prices are all from last week. But yeah, anyway, you've got the Tome of Fandel. Anyway, so for 48 boxes, the cost was $3,200 for this project. The EV per box then is $90.90. And then if you sell on TCG Player, I assume, you get 10% fees or so plus the shipping. So you'll be at $77 per box. So you would get a profit of $492 per box if you were able to open up, $492 for this, 12 case. So pretty good. I mean, I think you are netting yourself over $10 per box on average for WTR. This is why I say, and this is what's important, this is why I say it's very important for you to open up at least a case. If you're not going to do that, you like, there were, I think there were 2 cases that didn't have any legendary and no fable. So like, there's a lot of risk even in opening cases of the Japanese print, but then there's cases that have 3 masks. Like the correlation of that slot just seems weird, because I got a case that had 3 masks, I got another case that had 2 tunics and 1 mask. It just seems like a little off. So just know that, like, in order to get the whole spread of the EV, you have to open up a lot of boxes. For some of you, that might mean that you buy singles. For others of you, that might mean that you buy a bunch of boxes, you like selling singles, you enjoy that process, and you list stuff and you sell them. I do wish we had a hard, like, the heart numbers seemed weird. It seemed crazy to me. When we were ripping these, I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. But then I did some more research and I asked some people, and a lot of people have gotten similar pull rates, like 1 in every 3 cases. And so I would like to see from LSS, what is the pull rates on this stuff. Maybe when they do the print run announcement for Unlimited, they'll tell us the pull rates of this. And if the Japanese print run is easier to pull a heart, what does that do to the Belgium print run? If it's easier to pull E-strikes and foil E-strikes in the Japanese print run, what does that do to the prices of the Belgium print run and the other print runs of this set? So it's super interesting. That's the EV. That's what I did. At the end of the day, I think the EV, it's different. It's hard to know what to do on the videos, because it's like we have all these different prints, and it would be nice to know what the shot for the desire for the pull rate to be was, so we could do a better EV tracker. But in 12 cases, my EV per box was $90.90, and after 15% fees would be $77.27. So pretty interesting, pretty fun thing. I got a bunch of singles now on TCG Player too, so hope you guys have a great day. Let me know what you think about the print, kind of all the different changes in the print run. Let me know what you think about all that stuff in the comment section below. Have a great day. Remember, be kind to the people around you, and we'll talk to you again next video.